Wow, is it ever a beautiful day to fish. Look at how clear that water is. It's December 22nd. Just want you to listen to this for a second. It's just quiet. There's no other traffic out here. You know, I usually let people know when I'm fishing a big body what body it is. Smaller bodies, I might tell some buddies, go out with them. This place is my fortress of solitude. Nobody knows about this one, because I love being the only person on this water. And it is beautiful today. It's about 50 degrees right now, maybe a couple degrees over. Wind's like 4 miles an hour. It's just a gorgeous day to fish. I can't wait for it. Even if I don't get anything, I just love being out here all by myself. So quiet and nice. Another nice thing about this place is this clear water is going to be a good place to test out the new tactical DD75 crankbait from River2Sea. This is on back order. I mean, the day that that Tactical Bassin released this video, they immediately started going on back order. I bought mine day of and it was still back ordered. I wish I would have done it right away. Right after I watched the video, I thought, oh, I better get that quick. Forgot to do it right off the bat, got distracted with work, and I ordered it at the end of the day, and it was already back ordered like a month. And currently they're like in April, I don't know, maybe even later. But I got mine in the mail on Friday, 2 days ago. So we're going to see how it works. We're going to see how it swims compared to a couple other crankbaits of similar depth, like the 6XD. We're going to downscale a little bit to the 3XD too, just to see what the difference is in sound and size and the way it moves. And I think I've also got a deep diving H2O Express brand from Academy. So we'll see how they stack up, see if we can get any fish on the new one. Stay tuned. Alright, I'm right offshore here and I'm already in 13 feet of water. This looks like a pretty good place to test it out. So this is the Strike King 3XD. Nice little wiggle, not too tight, not too loose. Pretty high-pitched sound. Sounds like there's probably just one smallish BB rattling around in the main body. There might be one in the head too. It's pretty loose. Pretty high-pitched. Alright, 13.5, 14 feet. Give it a decent chuck. See if we can hit bottom. Nope, not quite. Can't quite hit bottom in 14 feet with the 3XD. Running a braid main anyway. And if I was using a longer rod with a little bit of a softer tip, I might be able to get a little bit more distance on it to get it down farther. Between that and braid, I just can't quite hit 14. It shakes a lot from the front, but the back stays somewhat still. We're going to move up to the Strike King 6XD. I know this one wobbles a lot more than the 3XD does, partially just because it has a bigger bill on it, or a wider bill rather. It has this spoon-shaped bill that gives it a real wobbly retrieve. This one is a little bit deeper. It's got a bigger BB in the body. Doesn't shake quite as much as the BB inside the 6X or the 3XD body, but it's got that high pitched in the head too. Yeah, these wobble so much. Alright, drifted back into 12.5 feet. I'm probably going to cast into 14 or 15. I should definitely hit bottom on this one. Yeah, there it is. I'm grinding the bottom pretty good. It's a very soft bottom here. I don't have any rocks, so it's a little tough to tell once I hit, but there's proof. A little bit of weed on it. Still some grass that's alive in this lake. Water's 48 degrees today. Now we're going to go with the H2O Express. I think this is the second deepest one that they make. Alright, let's get the sound. Very deep. That's just a deep clacking thud. Huge BB in the body. I don't think it has any smaller ones in the head either. That's just a really deep noise. Nothing subtle about this one at all. This one doesn't move as much side to side wobble as the 6XD does, because it has that narrower bill on it. It doesn't have that spoon cup. I actually really like the way this moves. It looks good. It's a narrow wobble, which is kind of what you want for a winter crank, according to what Matt said when he was describing the tactical crank. Definitely pulling bottom on there. Yeah, that one is really scooped into the bottom. So that's one of the things about this bill, that even though it may be shorter or close to the same size as that 6XD bill, since it doesn't have that spoon scoop on it, it doesn't have that wobble, it does like to dive more. So it gets down there quicker. It really digs in. And last but not least, what everybody came here for, the tactical DD75 from River to Sea. Designed with the help from Matt Allen and Tim Little from Tactical Bassin. Alright. First the sound. It's got kind of a medium click-clack to it with that medium-sized BB in the body. Turn it upside down. There's the click. You go side to side, you'll hear there's like 3 smaller ones. One behind the treble hook, one right in front of it, and one right in the nose of the bait. It goes side to side, and it has a little subtler noise to it. See, the action of this looks really similar to the H2O Express one, actually. It's really tight. It's really tight, and it's coming at you like this, as opposed to a wobble or a roll. It's real tight. So I drift a little bit. I'm going to go back out into 13 to 15 foot zone where I was. Let's see how she gets down. There's a lot of resistance as I'm reeling, so that means it should be diving real fast. Wow, I can really feel that vibrating in my hand. Let's go into the cast into the calmer area over here. 3/4 of an ounce, so it casts pretty far. I don't feel it digging in the bottom like I did with that H2O Express. There it's on bottom. Probably got a little bit of weed on it, maybe. Nope, don't see any. But yeah, this one, it doesn't dive quite as deep or dig in as hard as a 6XD or as the H2O Express deep diving crank. But it's got a real tight and powerful vibration to it. Even though it doesn't wiggle as much, like I can really feel it in the tip and in my hand on the reel. So, well, stay tuned. Let's see if we catch anything on it. First fish on the tactical is a dink. Not even worth measuring. 12 inches, maybe. I think I might have done that to his gill. I'm not sure. The way he was double hooked, I kind of think I might have. Sorry, guy. I'll get you back. I'm not bleeding, though. Usually if you sever a gill, it'll bleed a little bit, but that one didn't, so maybe that was already done. I don't know. Anyway, for that one, oh geez, I was sitting in about 15 feet of water, casting into about 10 feet of water, and dragging down the slope just a little bit. You know, just like Matt suggested on the video, I'm burning and pausing. I haven't really varied my retrieve much, but I've been at it for 2.5 hours, and that was my first hint of a bite. I've mostly been throwing the crank. I've been tossing the jig and a wacky worm a little around too, tossing A-rig for a little while. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, spoon, a flutter spoon. I did that for a little while, but so far only bites on the tactical, but dang, it is a slow day. I am finding pretty much nothing on the fish finder wherever I go, no matter the depth, whether I'm in 2 feet of water or 21. 21 is the deepest I've seen in this lake, right over by that little island on this side of the island. It's 21 feet. Real steep off that island. It just kind of shears right off, so it's kind of a funny little island, but at least we got one. Look at that little school. Just a couple little humps there. I'll throw a flutter spoon in there. It's at between 12 and 15 feet. So I might be able to get the tactical down there. But I'm going to go this route instead. Alright, right before my camera died, or my battery, I saw two big fish, two big arcs on my sonar in 17 feet of water right out here. So let's give the spoon a quick try before we go see what the dam wall is like. I'm snagged. Huh. Must have been a little stump down there. It's interesting. If there's a stump, I'm surprised there wasn't a fish on it. And if there was a fish on it, I'm surprised that it didn't bite. Must not be hungry. Check this out. This is what I was on down there. Is that a log maybe? A couple little branches coming off it. I bet that's what it is. That's a down tree down there. That's what I was stuck on. Fish alarm went off, but I don't think that was. I think that was just the beginning of the stump. Big log. I don't see any fish on it now though. That was probably where I saw them before. They were probably just off to the side of it maybe, that I didn't actually register the stump before. I just registered the fish arcs. Huh. Yeah, really interesting. Check that out. Oh, look at that tree. That might be the front from a different angle. That's probably the front of the tree. There's small branches here. Yeah, that's the top of the one that I just passed. Well, I think that about does it for today. Got one on the tactical. Learned a few things about it. It seemed to, on my setup with the braid, I've got a 30-pound braid backing on this, so it doesn't get down quite as far as the package expects it to. I think I was hitting 12 or 13 feet, bottoming them out in 12 or 13. But slow day, just the one bite, but man, absolutely gorgeous day. In December, there's fewer and further between days like this, so gotta get out and enjoy them while we can.